What's up, guys? This is JDJ here. If you're a beginner DJ looking for things to buy, it can often be exciting looking for which speakers to get, which controller to get, which microphones to get. Unfortunately, to be successful as a DJ, there are a lot of things that we tend to overlook. And so today, I'm going to show you a few things that DJs often overlook that are super important for DJs to be successful. I'm going to give you guys a little analogy here. If you have bought a house or a car before, we often come up expecting a certain price, right? If you go to the dealership, they say this car is $18,000. And then once you get your final payment, it's like $2,100. Where'd the extra $3,000 come from, right? And it's the fees. And so unfortunately, with some of these things, it feels like DJing comes with a fee. And so everything is packed in my car, and I'm just going to show you the basics here. All right, you guys, right here, I have a bin from Costco, and this is just my bin of things that I wish I didn't have to carry around, but I do. What this bin is full of, we've got a power strip here. That's something you got to keep in mind. We've got lots of different extension cords, and you guys, I have two 25 extension cords, one 50-footer extension cord, and one 100-footer extension cord. As much as I hate to say this, I have used that 100-foot extension cord multiple times. There's been a lot of backyard weddings I've done that have been more low-budget weddings where they really don't have anywhere for you to plug in, and so you got to have an extension cord ready. So those are good things to have on hand. The extension cords alone cost me about $120. Power strips are going to fall under the line of extension cords, right? And I've chosen the Furman power strips. I made sure to get two of them because there have been a couple weddings where I've needed both. Furmans are really nice because they have a 15-foot long cord along with the power strip. So even though they only have 6 outlets here, that 15-foot long cord comes in clutch. If you got to worry about long extension cords, you also have to worry about long cables. And so in this bin, I have this right here is a 100-foot long XLR cable. And luckily, now that I do wireless microphone receivers and transmitters, I don't use this as much. But in the past, I used to have to use this if I was running around with a zoning speaker. And so it's kind of handy to have just in case I do have something go wrong with my Sennheiser wireless mic receiver. But this one right here, I believe was like $40 to $50. I've bought 3-foot XLR cables. I've bought 10-footers, 15-footers, 25-footers. I have one 50-footer and one 100-footer. And I think all of those XLR cables cost up to like $100. One of the most important things that we have to worry about, but that we hate buying, is gotta be speaker covers, okay? So this right here is my RCF Evox J8 column speaker, and I love this thing. In fact, I love it a lot, and I don't want it to get scraped or anything like that. So when I bring it to gigs, I don't feel confident bringing it without my cover. For a single cover for an RCF Evox J8, I'm pretty sure it's anywhere from $100 to $150, and that's coming from their company. So I found this one on eBay called Zeus Covers, and honestly, you guys, they've been really great, and they were a little bit cheaper. I believe I got both of my covers for $140. And so one thing about the Zeus covers is they don't have a bottom. So if you're worried about waterproofing it, this is not the cover for you. I worry about things like dust, and then I worry about it getting scraped or bumped when I'm moving it. And so these covers actually work great for me. So it sucks to buy covers, but you gotta have them. Along with my RCF Evox J8 covers, I also have a cover for my Everse 8. I did not get the Electro Voice official cover because it was really expensive. I got a knockoff, and I honestly like it more. It's a nice bag. I'll throw the link in the description. And then I also got a cover for my Bose S1 Pro, and I will throw the link in the description for that one as well. It was pretty cheap and pretty nice. If you're looking at covers for PA speakers, the brands like Electro Voice and QSC usually charge more for their brand name ones. And so I personally used the Gator covers, and so I'll put the link for those in the description as well. My Gator covers have fit my Electro Voice ZLX 15 speakers perfectly, and they even have little pouches on the side, so I really like those. So those can be good for really any size of speaker you have. Because the RCF Evox J8s are kind of a specific shape, I would get the ones from Zeus Covers. These actually did fit in my 15-inch Gator bags, but I still think it's better to have the ones that fit them perfectly. All right, you guys, along with covers, you want to protect your gear, right? And so right here is my Pro X flight case that I use for my DDJ FLX4. I love the flight case. First off, it's a part of my table. It makes setting up so much easier. But in the past, when I was transporting my controller, I would literally just put it in the box, and it was so annoying. It looked so bad. And so I really like the flight case. This flight case was like $220, but it makes my life really convenient. It's one of those things you don't think about. I also have a cover for my mixer, and I'm pretty sure it says the Apache 300 rugged mobility case. And so I'm pretty sure this is like a standard case that you can use for guns and whatever you want to put in there, electronics, cameras, right? And right here is where I put my mixer. And so I don't know how much these cases are, but I would imagine anywhere from $30 to $50 because they seem pretty beefed up and waterproof. Another cover you got to worry about is lights. These right here are my Rockville Par 6 RF lights, and I really don't like taking them anywhere unless I have this bag to put them in. The bag makes it super nice and helps it fit in my car. For the Rockville Par 6 RFs, I have an 8-pack where there's this case that charges them in one outlet, and it's pretty cool. And so I'll put the link in the description for that. But it does add a lot of extra money to getting the Rockville Par 6 RFs in the first place. One other thing that's also pretty important if you want to save your back is getting some sort of cart. And so one DJ put in the comments the gravity cart, and I looked it up and I was like, that looks so sick. It looks very nice. It's like $400, so it's kind of expensive, but he put in the comments that it'll save my back, and I believe him. So I'd really look into that one, and I plan on getting it one day, but unfortunately I'm trying to fit everything into this tiny Camry right now. And so the only thing I have is I've got one of these little dollies, and I think this was like $8 from Walmart. And I also have a normal handcart dolly from Home Depot, and I believe that one was like $50. And so it's really nice if you can get one of those dollies that turns into a cart. It will seriously help you so much. All right, you guys, my last couple aren't really physical things, nor do they protect physical things. They protect you. And so there's a couple of legal things and software things. One thing that was really annoying, and I don't know why I didn't think of this, but you gotta buy your songs. One of the cheapest ways to do this is through record pools like BPM Supreme. You can pay like $20 to $30 a month depending on the plan you get, and then you have full access to their library where you can download a bunch of songs. But occasionally a bride will want a song that's not on BPM Supreme, and so you have to go download it from either iTunes or Amazon or whatever source you have, and it usually costs about $1 per song. And so those softwares are really important for you to have. They do add up. They are quite expensive over time. Another thing you need to think about is mobile DJ insurance. It is super annoying to think of DJ insurance. You got to have it though. If anything were to go wrong, insurance protects you legally. And so I got insurance through a company called Insurance Canopy, and it was like $200 for the whole year. And so it wasn't really fun to pay for, but I have that confidence that they're going to protect me if anything goes wrong. A lot of venues actually won't even let you work there unless you have insurance. So it's super important to have that. If you're a beginner DJ also thinking, oh, I'll just use Venmo, I'll have people pay me through Venmo, the IRS is really, really looking at Venmo right now. So you really need to get a business Venmo. Business Venmos kind of suck because they do take a transaction fee every single time, but it's better to be safe than sorry. DJs, if I'm missing anything else that's really annoying to buy when you first start, let me know in the comments. If I could give one tip or suggestion, and this is a hot take because I realize that some people might not agree with this, but if you are looking to buy things with covers and just pay for it all in one go, sometimes talking to other DJs and getting used equipment can help you save a lot of money. Those lights I have right here, I bought them all from another DJ who I know pretty well. I trust him, right? He showed me that they worked, and then I've got the bag. This bag itself is worth like $30 to $40, but because I bought it from him, he just sold it with the lights. Same with the charging case I was telling you about earlier. When I sell these RCF Evox J8s down the road one day, because I'm not going to keep them forever. I do love them, but I'm not going to keep them forever. When I do sell them, I'm going to sell them with the covers. Why would I sell those things separately? So look on Facebook Marketplace, see what you can find. You'd probably be able to scout out a lot of deals for these random things. Now, some of you might be thinking that some of these things are unnecessary, and in some cases that's true, but I really believe that your speakers will last longer if you protect them, as well as any of your gear. So keep that in mind. If you want things to really last their worth, buy the covers. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.